Welcome to The Mommy's Celestial Menorah and the Stunning Angelic Revelation. This video unveils a 26-year Gnostic discovery of cosmic symmetry and unconditional love.
On May 2nd, 2000, at exactly 5:30 p.m. UTC, the seven celestial bodies formed a perfect arch over the horizon. Looking south from the northern hemisphere, the heavens reconstructed the lost temple menorah directly above Jerusalem.
The heavens responded with a breathtaking architectural alignment. The seven classical wandering stars gathered in the constellation of Taurus during the first week of May 2000. This cosmic stage saw Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and the Moon assemble in a precise geocentric order, recreating the Tabernacle menorah in planetary light.
This is a sign in the heavens from May 2nd and 3rd, 2000, observed at 5:30 p.m. UTC. A perfect celestial arc was visible across the hemispheres. The perfect 3-1-3 geocentric architecture displays a flawless, scientifically verified sequence, physically manifesting a seven-branched structure. The sun acts as the central pillar, holding the heavens in perfect balance. This illustrates the 3-1-3 celestial symmetry. The offset variances align, demonstrating a perfect mathematical mirroring across the sun.
The Great Alignment of May 2000 involved a rare planetary alignment, organizing the seven visible luminaries across the sky in a tight arc. The cosmos naturally replicated the exact structure of the seven-branched menorah.
The sweet spot occurred on May 2nd, 2000, at 5:30 p.m. UTC. The rapid orbital velocity of the Moon crossed the threshold of perfect mathematical equilibrium with the leading position of Mars at this exact moment. The celestial reality on May 2nd, 2000, at 5:30 p.m. UTC, was a rare geocentric alignment. The heavens physically mirrored the Tabernacle's golden lampstand, although invisible to the naked eye due to the sun's glare.
This is a masterpiece of mathematical balance. The trailing edge and leading edge perfectly mirror one another, establishing near flawless bookends around the sun.
At 5:30 p.m. UTC, the heavens achieved a state of near-perfect visual poise, with a difference of only 0.001 hours in right ascension between the outer edges.
The swift traveler, the waning crescent moon, moved at 13 degrees per day and acted as the final leftmost candle. It held the balance of the menorah against the slower outer giants. The fast-moving moon sweeps in to lock the formation on May 2nd, the convergence threshold, creating a tight convergence funnel for all seven bodies. The 3-1-3 symmetry was a fleeting moment made possible by the moon's transit. At the vanishing point on May 4th, the delicate balance collapsed into a lopsided 2-1-4 configuration, extinguishing the celestial menorah.
The terminal vanishing point on May 4th at 4:12 a.m. UTC. On May 4th, the moon pulled eastward of the sun, instantly breaking the 3-1-3 structure and plunging the celestial menorah into darkness.
The golden symmetry was brief. On May 4th, 2000, at exactly 4:12 a.m. UTC, the moon crossed the sun in a new moon phase, and the 3-1-3 architecture was lost forever into the depths of space.
The conclusion of this sacred alignment arrived with the new moon at 4:12 a.m. UTC. The perfect 3-1-3 pattern was swallowed by absolute darkness, highlighting that divine signs are intentionally fleeting. The event unfolded in 3 stages. Stage 1 was the anchor, followed by Stage 2, the vanishing point, at 4:12 a.m. UTC, where the 3-1-3 symmetry dissolved. Stage 3 was the collapse, shifting the grouping to a lopsided 2-1-4. The celestial menorah, a living phenomenon, existed for a fleeting 72-hour window before the 313 symmetry collapsed into a 214 group and the cosmic lampstand vanished.
The greatest alignments are not seen, they are decoded.
The sun's physical brilliance acted as a paradox of light, blinding the world to the structural symmetry it supported. Therefore, the alignment required the eyes of the mind to perceive a deeper spiritual architecture. The sun's unfettered radiation completely swallowed the alignment, resulting in zero visibility. Without an eclipse, the May 2000 alignment was lost entirely in the daytime glare. It was only visible via computer models and space telescopes.
The alignment was lost in the glare. The right ascension values for the Sun and all 5 planets fell tightly between 2.0 and 4.0 hours, masking the alignment from Earth-based observers.
The May 2000 Grand Conjunction was a mathematically balanced, geocentric masterpiece. It was one of the tightest 7-body alignments in modern history, playing out in absolute secrecy behind the glare of our own star.
The ephemeris, a diary of the sky, is a table tracking the precise trajectory and position of naturally occurring astronomical objects over time. Our forensic record is a 6-day Python skyfield tracking log, mapping right ascension and declination in 30-minute intervals starting May 1, 2000. Extracting the ephemeris telemetry reveals a high-fidelity match for the observation window of May 1st to May 6th, 2000. We utilized the Python Skyfield ephemeris, matching NASA JPL horizons and IAU standards with a high confidence score.
Validating the heavens through ephemeris data shows the 7 celestial bodies were tightly grouped in the sky. The consistent right ascension values confirm the visual reality of the celestial menorah. The mathematical ledger highlights the near-perfect equilibrium between the trailing and leading distances. The outer envelope achieved absolute equilibrium, with a difference of just 0.001 hours in right ascension.
Verifying the geocentric telemetry confirms the dataset operates on an Earth-centered model. Topocentric adjustments and format conversions match known IAU archives, validating the data's integrity. The alignment diagnostic roster at 5:30 p.m. UTC shows the Sun as the 0 point. The Sun relative offset confirms the close clustering of the celestial bodies. This data represents 48 hours of raw celestial mechanics. The table shows 30-minute intervals for the 7 celestial bodies from May 1st to May 6th, 2000.
Despite inverted physical views from the northern and southern hemispheres, the mathematical reality and sequential integrity of the 313 planetary architecture remained perfectly unbroken. This demonstrates one cosmic architecture with 2 earthly perspectives. The terrestrial viewport shows the alignment from both the northern and southern hemispheres. In London, the moon leads the arc, rising through the sun down to Mars. In Sydney, the arc anchors at the moon, reaching upward through the sun toward Mars. This was a universal phenomenon on May 2nd and 3rd, 2000. Views from London and Sydney demonstrate the sun as the central hub, with the alignment mirrored based on the observer's hemisphere.
3 cosmological lenses explain the phenomenon. The geocentric view captures the visual phenomenon. The heliocentric view represents the gravitational truth. And the tychonic view depicts the physical, 3-dimensional architecture of the alignment. The 3 planetary models are unified. The geocentric model gives the meaning. The heliocentric model gives the gravity and explains why the sun is central. And the tychonic model gives the built form, with Earth as the fixed base. These 3 cosmologies form one unified sacred architecture. The geocentric model confirms the menorah's existence. The heliocentric explains the physics of the sun's central role, and the tychonic model explains the physical shape, with Earth as the foundational base.